Welcome, dear friends. Today, in this lecture, we will discuss about the cellular system or the introduction of the cellular concept. Cellular mobile communication system, as you know, uses a large number of low power wireless transmitter to create a cells. In previous lecture, we introduce or we familiar with the introduction regarding the cell structure in the which were in the hexagonal form. So this basic geographic service area of a wireless communication system, variable power levels allow cells to be sized according to the subscriber density and demand within a particular region. As mobile users travels from cell to cell, their conversations are handed off between cells in order to maintain the service. Channel frequencies used in one cell can be reused in another cell some distance away. Cells can be added to accommodate growth, creating new cells in unserved area or overlying cells in existing areas. About mobile radio telephone system, in 1946 in USA, the mobile telephone service was first introduced. Main aim of this mobile radio system was to provide the coverage to a large area with the help of a single high power transmitter having an antenna mounted on a tall towers. But this mobile radio system suffers from number of problems. It has limited radio coverage area and limited radio spectrums. Therefore, this type of mobile radio system is not used in practice. After that, it becomes necessary to restructure the mobile radio telephone system to enhance the user capacity. Also, the proper spectrum allocation in proportional with increasing demand and also the large coverage area. After that, in 1964, improved mobile telephone service was introduced with additional channel and more automatic handling of calls to the PSTN, that is public switch telephone networks. Even the addition of radio channels in 3 bands was insufficient to meet the demand for vehicle mounted mobile radio systems. The mobile radio telephone service before the first generation, that is 1G of cellular telephones. These systems are sometimes referred as a pre-cellular, for sometimes a zero generation system. The mobile telephones were usually mounted in cars or in vehicles, through models were also made. So the transceiver or transmitter receiver was mounted in the vehicle, such as on the car, and attached to the head, means the dial, display and band sets, mounted near the driver seats. So there were some limitations related with limited service capability. There is no guarantee that a call can be completed without a handoff. Next point, poor service performance. Number of active users is limited to the number of channels assigned to a particular frequency zone. Next, inefficient frequency spectrum utilization. The maximum number of customers that could be served by one channel as at a busy hour is limited due to inefficient frequency spectrum. So there were some disadvantages, like call drop when move from one zone to another. User has to re-initiate the call when move to other zones. Number of active users is limited to number of channel assigned to particular frequency zone. Large number of subscriber creates a high blocking probability during busy hours. Has insufficient frequency spectrum utilization. Not possible to reuse the frequency spectrum. Not possible to have the proper allocation of frequency spectrum in proportion with the increasing demands. So these are some disadvantages during that time. So we will now discuss about the introduction related with this cellular concept and why this study is important in point of view respect with wireless communications. So you can see the cells in front of you in the hexagonal form. This hexagonal is separately with the country networks for the city purpose. What is channels, frequencies. Now we will discuss with this diagram related with mobile communication principles. You can see in this diagram in front of you, each mobile uses a separate and temporary radio channels to talk to the cell sites The cell site talks to many mobiles at once using one channel per mobile. Channels use a pair of frequencies for communication. One frequency, the forward link, then for transmitting from the cell sites, and one frequencies, then reverse link for the cell site to receive call from the users. Radio energy dissipates over distance, so mobile must stay near the base station to maintain communications. You can see in the diagram. The basic structure of mobile networks include telephone systems and radio services. Where mobile radio service operates in a closed network and has no access to the telephone system. Mobile telephone service allow interconnection to the telephone network as shown in front of your diagram. In early mobile telephone system, you can see the traditional mobile service was structure similar to television broadcasting. One very powerful transmitter located at the highest spot in an area would broadcast in a radius of up to 50 kilometers. The cellular concept structure the mobile telephone network in a different way. Instead of using one powerful transmitter, many low power transmitters were placed throughout a coverage area. You can see the examples by dividing a metropolitan regions into 100 different areas. You can say this a cells with low power transmitter using there are with 12 channels for each. The system capacity can be increased from this conversation or voice channel using one powerful transmitter to a 1200 conversation channels using 100 low power transmitters. Now the next point with mobile telephone system using this cellular concept. Interference problem caused by mobile units using the same channel in adjacent area prove that all channels could not be reused in every cells. Area had to be skipped before the same channel could be reused. Even though this affected the efficiency of original concept, frequency reuse was still a visible solution to the problem of mobile telephony systems. Next, engineers discovered that interference effects were not due to distance between areas, but to the ratio of the distance between area to the transmitter's power of the area. By reducing the radius of an area by 50%, service providers could increase the number of potential customers in area. With this system based on area with 1 kilometer radius would have 100 times more channels than system with area 10 kilometers in radius. With these conclusions that by reducing the radius of area to a few hundred meters, millions of calls could be served. Cellular concept with variable low power travels which allow cells to be sized according to the subscriber density and demand of a given area. As the population grows, cells can be added to accommodate the growth. You can see this diagram with 7 cells. Frequencies used in one cell cluster can be reused in other cells. With this, the conversations can be handed off from a cell to cell to maintain constant phone service as the user move between cells. Cellular radio equipments with the base stations can communicate with mobiles as long as they are within the range. Radio energy dissipates over distance, so the mobile must be within the operating range of the base stations. Like the early mobile radio systems, the base stations communicate with mobile through a channel. The channel is made of two frequencies, one for transmitting to the base station and one to receive information from the base station. Now let us see about the clusters. Now question comes in our mind, what is a cluster? Cluster is a group of cells. You can see the figure in front of you is a 7 cell clusters. By using this concept, we will discuss related with this frequency reuse or frequency plan. Because only a small number of radio channel frequencies were available for mobile system, engineers had to find a way to reuse radio channels to carry more than one conversation at a time. So this is the main requirement for the communication purpose. Solutions the industry adopt was called frequency planning or frequency reuse. Frequency reuse was implemented by restructuring the mobile telephone system architecture into the cellular concept. The concept of frequency reuse is based on assigning to each cells a group of radio channels used within a small geographic area. Cells are assigned a group of channels that is completely different from neighboring cells. The coverage area of cells are called the footprints. This footprint is limited by a boundary so that the same group of channel can be used in different cells that are enough away from each other so that their frequency do not interface. Now next point, with this cell splitting, considerations with the concept of creating full system of related with cells with many small areas. To overcome this difficulty, system operators developed by the idea of cell splitting as a service area becomes full of users. This approach is used to split a single area into many areas as necessary in order to provide acceptable service levels in heavy traffic regions, while larger, less expensive cells can be used to cover remote rural regions. So these are the some basic overviews related with the cellular concept.